day 7. I'm off to test ride a bike. A Suzuki, for goodness sake. They fucked it up. Not happy, Jan. Not happy with the people from Suzuki. They just faffed around and then said, oh yeah, we'll get you on one at some point. And I thought, no, I'm supposed to be booked. And I've got everything else hinges around this because I have so much other shit to do. This is it. Oh yeah, I got the list out. Oh yeah, you're on this ride, he says to me. And the next minute he says to this guy, yeah, off you go, take the bike. And off they fucking go. And, okay, see ya. Keep me indemnity form, thank you very much. Well, that was a bummer. Obviously, Suzuki were running around like headless chooks. They turned up nearly a day late apparently, so they weren't set up. From what I heard, it sounds like they tried to fit another event in between the event they were supposed to be at and then this one, and just pushed everything late. So, for some reason, the guy gave somebody else the ride I had booked at the only time I could do it. And when I pointed out to him before the ride left, and he went and finally found the schedule, he said, oh yeah, you're on this ride. Walked over to the guy by the bike I was supposed to ride and told him, get on, off you go, and off they went. So I was not happy with that, Suzuki. But anyway, now I'm sitting by the river getting some serenity. It's always a good thing. These two have come to visit us. It's Mr. Fall Off a Lot and Mr. Combi. Just fucking, yep, there they are. But because they're dentists, we can't show you their faces. I apologise for staying on a slightly negative slant at the moment, but something that happened a lot on this trip and affected me a lot was that my Drift 4K camera kept buggering up. It just kept seizing up and stopping filming. Most of the time I managed to have enough going on the other cameras to save the day and put something out of the day. This day it failed for most of the dirt ride. So there's a lot from the other cameras and I'll just have to explain a bit about what happened. For a start, the dirt ride was too many people and too dusty. It was very, very dry and dusty. I tried to hang back and let people ahead get ahead of me enough for the dust to settle a bit. Unfortunately, the people behind me decided to just overtake me anyway, then ride slower than me. So this was a continual thing where I just kept getting more and more dust until by the end of the day I just gave up and waited forever to get some clear road. And even then, I couldn't really go that fast. I kept catching up with him. Apart from that, it was a really good track. It was fairly challenging. It was very hard and rocky and bumpy. You really had to keep your wits about you, because there was steep edges everywhere. And it was still fun, but yeah, the dust was frustrating. Big group rides in the dust, not the ideal scenario. Seatbelt. No, I'm just taking it fairly easy actually. Yeah. Partly to stay out of the dust.
Good track though.
Yeah, it is. Yep. It's pretty narrow, so there's the oncoming traffic problem.
That one car came down earlier.
Yeah.
It's got on here, so.
Yeah. Feck off. That was Mr. A. Have you got your backpack? You got your panniers?
That's the visibility is about 50 metres.
Yeah, I know. So I'm leaving quite a gap because I just don't want to have to ride through that shit. Trundling along, going at a snail's pace to protect my lungs and air filter. So just to explain to the viewers, if it's on my own, I would do this at my own pace, which sometimes would be a lot quicker, and sometimes would be just what I'm doing, depending on the terrain. But just doesn't work with a group like this. When I tried to slow down for the dust, people went past me who would have then gone a little slower than me on some parts, so it catch them up. So I'm just riding along and enjoying this beautiful forest on the top of this gorgeous mountain. That's a very rocky. Oh god.
Yeah, we got one down here, be careful.
Yep.
Yeah. You okay? Are you okay? No, I'm sure okay, alright? We'll get her up.
So we had another casualty. From what I can gather, this young girl, it was possibly her first adventure ride on her Versys. And yep, she went a little bit hot in the corner, could have gone off the edge, laid it down instead. I've been there and done that. You could say this was a bit of a tough ride for her first ride, but then you could also admire her pluck for doing it. And not only that, but she had to continue the rest of the dirt ride, which I think was at least another 20 kilometres of this pretty hard trail with only first gear. So well done. Alright. Back her down, she's okay. Gear lever's really bent. They've managed to get it so she can ride back down in first, I think. That's all she's got. I'm just going to go ahead a little bit to get a nice clear run, and also to let them know ahead what's going on, just in case Bill tried to get a message through. We're not sure if there's signal or not. Anyway, brave girl. She's going to continue on. I hope she's not too shook up by it, as that can happen. Lose your confidence. But no, she's doing well. The girl in the Versys went down. She's alright. Back's a bit fucked with the gear lever.
On the KLR?
On
the KLR? The green one?
Versys?
KLR. Oh, it's a Versys. The green one?
Yeah.
Isn't it a KLR?
How much do you want to bet? I had a real close look while I was picking it up. So I'll just wait for more dust to settle. Luckily, Daniel actually goes fast enough so it settles quickly. I mean, you know, it gets away from me quickly. That's Daniel sighted Fujitsu. Been wanting to meet him for a long time. Met him at the pub last night for the first time ever. Which was great, apart from he said, "Oh hi, I'm Daniel," and I'm going, I'd forgotten his name was Daniel. I just remember people's YouTube names. So I've kind of looked at him quizzically. He's looked all disappointed because we've been dying to meet each other. And then I looked at his badge, said Daniel Fujitsu. I went, oh, Silent Fujitsu. So sorry about that, Daniel. I really was really keen to meet you and glad I did. Right, time for the big group photo. What? I should behave myself this year. So we had the big lunch together, group photo, and we'll be all getting together tonight in the pub, and then that'll be the end of the 2019 AuStrom get together. Who knows the way? Anybody? And Riv can be awesome up the front. Fuck's this, a roundabout? Oh, there we go. Right, we're all very tired. That was a good hour of heavy concentration there, which we weren't too hungover to probably do. Yep. Next 36 kilometers, Twisties. Cycle event, Sunday 10th of March. Good. That's next week. Happy with that. Ooh, pretty valley. I think that 32 kilometer sign was the only advisory sign we're going to get. It's just fucking bendy for 32 kilometers. Deal with it. Oh, I can feel it cooling down already. You have your wits about you. This is good exercise at reading corners without the advisories. It's a bit freaky at times. And just as we got to the top of the mountain where it was the most scenic, the Drift 4K seized up and the other two cameras, the batteries had run out. So, you know, I got some photographs up at the top, then I got some of the ride back down, but again, at the end of that, the drift seized up. Wow. Well, as you can imagine, we were well happy to get back to a cold one at the cabin that afternoon. So that evening we went to the AuStrom dinner, a well organised event, and the most fun I had was the fact that they hadn't given me a badge, so I had my Honda badge. The staff had to come out with all of the meals, you know, each course and drinks and so, and call out the name in the middle of a room full of Suzuki owners. The waitresses would come out and call out, Honda! Yeah, that tickled me pink. Anyway, thank you to the AuStrom group for, you know, welcoming me once again, putting up with my shenanigans, and well done to the admin team for another great event. Thank you so much. Well, we had the AuStrom dinner tonight, so that's it for Bright. I'll be leaving in the morning, heading towards Melbourne, and it's been great, just as good as last year. They're brilliant. The people and the organisers are all really good. So Falco is filthy, like seriously filthy, except for the chain. The chain is beautifully cleaned and lubed for tomorrow. So we're just sitting around, not quite such a big night as last night, just getting stuff ready. Got people sitting here talking shit, which is pretty typical, and that's it. Tomorrow's day 8. What are you talking about me?
No.
Oh. Why aren't they talking about me? They should be talking about me.